Haynes, you guys were cooking early on offense. Was maybe the benefit of the bye week and getting rest up and healthy there, or just execution, or what would you put that on?
A little bit of everything. The bye week definitely helped getting a lot of guys back healthy. The feet under them, and then also the execution aspect of it. We were at first executing at a high level, but we still have room for improvement. Especially the way we ended the game, we got to do a lot better in that aspect of it.
Next.
Guys, just as two guys who've been in this program now for several years, you guys are 6-0 for the first time, just the second time since this the last 59 years or something like that. First time since 2011. Just about the progress that this program has made under Coach Key just over the last couple of years, and where you are right now versus how far you've come.
Go ahead.
No, I mean it means a lot, and then just seeing how it was built, from the ground up, trying to build it with who he hired and who he brought in this program, and he really cares about the locker room and what we do, and he wants it to be a player-led team, and you just see that, and we have a lot of input on kind of what goes on, but just this feeling in general, just being with the guys and finding ways to win and right now being 6-0 is a really good feeling. But like I said before, the job's not done yet. I believe everybody knows that and knows what the standard of this team is.
Anything you want to add to that?
No, yeah, that one hit.
Over here, guys. First time this season against a Power 4 team where you guys didn't have to come back and it wasn't super stressful. For you guys, how have you kind of seen this group grow since the beginning of the year where you guys have shown that moxie, being able to fight back and now be in a position where you could start early and finish well?
I mean, we've definitely grown a lot, but we still have a lot of room for improvement. We got to be able to finish the game clean. That second to last drive was not clean. That was unorthodox, and what we did and how we executed was really poor. I believe everybody knows that wholeheartedly. And obviously, you don't go out there trying to do that, but stuff happens. But how are we going to respond? But you just got to take it one play at a time and just doing your job and executing in that aspect. Then everything will be fine. But like I said, we have a lot of room for improvement, and we got to find ways to continue to sustain as a team and continue to sustain as offensive unit. So once we do that, then we'll be really, really dangerous.
Malik, can you walk us through your touchdown and then the 2-point conversion as well?
Had an option route on the touchdown. I seen I think it was the Will or the Sam. I seen him bump out. Just sat in the open zone. Me and Haynes locked eyes. I was like, yeah, this touchdown right here. And then on the 2-point conversion, I had a plan the whole week to dive in the end zone. So as soon as I seen the little gap, I was like, yeah, that's me right there. And I just dove. Yeah.
Malik, you did a good job with yards after the catch today. How was the blocking out on the perimeter that enabled you to do that?
Yeah, blocking out on the perimeter was great. Coach McKnight, he drilled that in our head all week. We got to protect our teammates, and just block. When you block, good things come to you, get the ball, score touchdowns. So, yeah, we take pride, in blocking, and we got to keep getting better every week. So, yeah.
Haynes, talk about your offensive line, being able to run the ball like y'all did today and establish pretty strong up front. What do you think? What would you say about their play today?
I felt like they played really good, and that's expected from them. They do their job, but at the same time they don't get enough praise with what they do and how they come in, preparing each and every day. So they do a really good job, but we also got to play cleaner. And towards that end, Harrison made a mistake. He usually doesn't. He probably didn't hear the whistle or whatever, but it still happens. It still happened, and we got to learn from it and do better. But I feel like overall except like the penalties and stuff like that. We played clean football today, and they did a really good job up front. And it's just everything's learning. We're getting better each and every week.
Hey, the students created like a picture of you with the crown on. Did you get a chance to see it? And then when you saw it, how'd you feel about it?
I just seen that.
I might have saw it. I try not to pay too much attention to it because, just let my play on the field just kind of dictate everything else. But, the stands and the sport and the students and the fans, they did a really good job today showing up, showing out, being really loud and, making it a true home field advantage like they've done this whole season. So, I really, really love the way that they come out and support and try to help us to victory.
You talked about not being in this position as far as 6-0 in your since you've been here, and 2 top 10 teams lost today, so it's going to be a lot of outside noise. So how have you handled it, so far coming into this game, and now the fact that you are 6-0, how do you do it, moving forward as far as blocking out the outside noise?
I mean, that was just one of my goals throughout the summer. Each year I try to look myself in the mirror. Where can I improve? And one of those I felt like was outside distractions, outside of the building. I really don't have any social media or anything like that. I have people helping run it for me if I need posts and stuff like that. So I feel like that helps a lot of the outside noise. So I don't see it 24/7. Post this, post that. People, reaching out to me, stuff like that. So that helps a lot. But other than that, the only opinions matter are the opinions in this building. Our expectations are always going to be more than external expectations. So, that's number one, of course. But we just gotta, keep our eyes on the goal and keep fighting.
Question for both Haynes and Malik. You guys have been here for a while. This is definitely the best crowd turnout we've seen in years. It's been something that's been talked about throughout the season regarding the home field advantage you guys have built. So it's one thing to have that level of buy-in, level of enthusiasm from the student body and from the community at Georgia Tech. But as someone personally who grew up in Atlanta, it's another thing to have that level of buy-in from the city of Atlanta as a whole. When you have that level of enthusiasm, it's definitely something special here across, all of our sports teams, especially Georgia Tech. How does it feel to know that you guys are a part of something special, not just for Georgia Tech, but also for the city of Atlanta?
It feel great. I ain't from Atlanta, so it ain't, But yeah, it feel great, man. It just, we came a long way, especially from my freshman year, being 3-9 to now being this year, being 6-0. It feels great. It feel like, all the work that we put in all these past years, I feel like it's paying off. But we, like Haynes said, we're not done yet. We got a goal that we want to achieve. So.
Anything else? Ken?
For both of you guys, I think Coach Key was talking earlier this week about you to the point of the year where you're starting to protect what you've done, and like we were saying, you're seeing upsets every week. And I'm curious, how much relief do you feel each game when you are able to win and keep things going, as opposed to satisfaction or pride or whatever else it might be?
I mean, we don't necessarily feel relief because I feel like relief. You're feeling the pressure. You're feeling the outside noise. We're really not doing that. We're out there having fun, and it's more not necessarily satisfied, but proud and stuff like that after wins. Proud of what we've done and how we prepared that game, that week going into that game, and proud of how we executed. And like I said, it's not necessarily satisfied, because satisfied means you feel like you've arrived. We haven't arrived yet. And then on top of that, it's just we're trying to take it one game at a time, and it's not really a relief. It's more of pride in what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Okay. Garrett, if you want to wrap us up.
Haynes' rushing attack was strong today, but Malachi Hosley, I mean, he comes in, he has a career day. Like, he has a career high in carries, career high in total yards and everything else. Just what kind of influence does like, a guy like that, having a day like this, have on this offense?
I mean, he does a lot for us, you know, and it's not just with the ball in his hands. It's with the ball, you know, out of his hands. How does he play? He's a really good teammate, really good locker room guy as well. And you know, it was a great addition that we've had during, you know, for this season. And, you know, he's just explosive, and it makes my job a lot easier. Just get the ball in his hands, you know, let him work. And, you know, on top of that, you can give it to, you know, Jamal, Traylon, and then you go to the receiver room, now you give Malik, you know, Eric, Isaiah, like the whole spill. Like, it's just, there's not enough ways that there's not enough balls to give to everybody. Like, it's only one ball, so that makes it hard. But, you know, just giving those guys a chance to make plays out in space is always going to be a positive for the offense.
Kyle, how would you assess the defense as a whole today?
I felt like it was a solid day. Definitely some stuff that needs to be cleaned up. You know, they put more points on the board than we wanted them to. We always want a donut, so obviously there's something to clean up. So we want to get right back to work.
Rodney, how exciting was it to get that big interception? It seemed like they had the momentum going pretty good around that time, you know, and that sort of turned the game around.
Yeah, in the moment, it felt great. You know, first career interception. I knew that there needed to be a turnover or something to change the events in the game. So I took it in accountability, and it came my way. So I'm thankful for that. Yeah, good.
Guys, third down defense was tremendous today. They go 0 for 8 in this game. Just walk us through like your mindset on the money down right there.
Yeah, man, we had a new little package in. So that money down, bro. It's self-explanatory. It's money down. So I mean, it's always great for a defense to go over. What is it? 0 and 8. Yeah, on third down. I mean, that's always a good sign.
Kyle, after your sack, you came off the field and coach said something to you. Do you remember what he said to you at that time?
I don't. If I'm being honest, I mean, I'm in that game mode, man. Everything's a blur after that. Everything's a blur during that.
Rodney, you guys have had your hands on some balls this year, but first pick for the corner room. How important was it to finally get that going? Do you feel like that opened the floodgates for you guys a little bit?
Yeah. We always have this saying, once it happened once, it's a turnover event that happened after. You know, I feel as if I started it, a lot will come afterwards, you know.
Kyle, Coach Key talks a lot about how you really embodied like the nameless, faceless opponent. I mean, he says basically if somebody asked you, like you would have no idea who you're playing on any given week. Is that true? Like, is that something that you really don't know?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I just had to ask if we were playing next week. I mean, because I genuinely take it one day, you know, one rep at a time. Like, so I mean, we'll get to Saturday. I mean, I'll know their scheme, I'll know their numbers, but I won't know any names. So I mean, it's just kind of how it goes. So got in here, so now it's get ready for Duke tomorrow.
Kyle, that's a former linebacker back in the day. The interception, man. How did you drop that, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's usually something that would keep me up late at night. I ain't gonna lie. I'll lose sleep over that. But I saw the ball thrown, and from there it was lost. Like I seen a little white. I seen a little like it was in the middle of the sun. It's like I was catching a little white spinning. So I was like, bro, just let me try to get my hands on it, and maybe it'll stick. But you know, I'm not too upset about that one just because I know I couldn't see it. But bro, that's usually one that will keep me up late at night, man. I will lose sleep over that one.
Rodney, first career interception. First off, can you walk us through that play? Did anything jump out? What did you see? And second of all, what is your mindset after making a huge play like that?
Obviously we were in a cover 3 zone. I seen back away, strong indication for double slants. So even though I'm in the third, I can slow my feet down a little bit to tie into the quarterback's drop. So I seen the ball thrown, but it looked a little overthrown. It wasn't my man he was throwing it to, I believe. I believe he was throwing it to the slot receiver inside of me. And, I seen the ball overthrown, and, I was in the right place at the right time. And I feel as if, I took advantage of it and got to play. And, my mindset after that is just, continue to play, don't get too high. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the midst of the game and finish.
Anything else? Ken?
Kyle, one other thing that Coach Kia said is that you don't know the score at any given time of the game. Is that correct? Is that
Yeah, most of the time. I'll know when we're up and when we're down. But, if we get to like a 2-minute situation, that's when I'll tap in. But like I said, it's really just the score doesn't matter. All that matters is the next play.
okay?
And that's just kind of always how I've been, and how I'm just trying to just push that for the rest of the team to embody.
So a follow-up and the question for both of you guys, how do you avoid not knowing the score? But then both of you guys, what has been the most fun part about getting to this point and enjoying the team and enjoying what you guys have done so far?
Man, just the opportunity to just keep on doing it. We get to come back in here tomorrow, see all my guys' faces, man, get back to work. There's no better feeling.
Yeah. I'll say just going through good times and hard times together with my brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's the best thing ever.
Anything else? Good? All right.
Okay. Obviously, the weight game, I think Coach said you were ill. And how did it feel to have a bounce back performance? You had been building up kind of to big game, to have that big game today.
So it really felt great just to not be as sick as I was the weight game. And then I really grant the performance to our preparation this week, especially with Coach McKenzie. He got us in earlier to help us understand the fronts, where the combos are going to go, which really helped tonight.
AJ, how much fun was it out there today, especially how hard you fought to get to the point where you are now?
Really a blessing. It's a lot of people I need to thank to do that. First, God, Coach Pope, Coach Key, my trainer, Marcus Howard, all those people helped put the belief in me, allowed me to do that. But, just getting back from an injury, so it was real good to be out there. I'm still not 100%, but getting back to that so I can showcase what I can do.
AJ, what would you say the identity of this defense is?
Bend but never break, mentally mature. I've been on a lot of teams where a lot of stuff that would have happened, we probably would have lost the game, but we got real mature guys, and so, we like to say, let's win the game. Don't lose the game, win the game, and win because of us, not in spite of us. And so, Coach BG does a real good job of making sure that whatever happens, it is what it is. You can't cry over spilled milk. Just go and make the next play.
Back over here.
Malik, take us through how it feels when everything seems to be working good. The line is getting you to some holes, and everything seems to be going down. Your receivers blocking downfield. Talk about how the day was and being able to get out there in space today.
It's always great when your team's just going with rhythm. Got to always think the big boys up front for getting the job done. They know they had a big task at hand, and they handled it.
Gary?
AJ, you guys defended against another mobile quarterback. Discuss your performance today just as a team in trying to contain a mobile quarterback.
I think we did good at times, but definitely some plays you wish you could have got back, especially myself. But I also think, give credit to them, they had a good quarterback. I think he's one of their better players. So, but to be the defense you want to be, we can't allow, I think he had like 80 rush yards. It's not to our standards. So I think we just got to do a better job of containing them and taking the right angles. But I think it's just a matter of just doing our job and getting them on the ground.
Malachi, you read about running backs that get stronger as the game goes on. Are you one of those backs, or are you ready to go right away in the first snap?
I like to think I get stronger within the game, just because then I get to catch my rhythm, get my momentum going.
Anything else for AJ and Malcolm? Okay.
One thing we hear Coach Key talking about is not playing, playing each play and not caring about the scoreboard or the clock, and also not caring about who the opponent is. What are ways that you guys put that into practice, and maybe how hard is that to do?
Want to go first, sir?
You got it.
So you're saying, so as far as not worrying about the scoreboard or nothing, he might hit us with a sudden change, which means you could be stretching on the side. We hear the sirens go, ones on ones, we going at it. And then in practice, our practices are very intense, which I think helps a lot.
Yeah, I say to that, like, Coach Key just throws all kinds of crazy stuff at us during practice, so there's really nothing we haven't seen. I think it also goes to the maturity of the team. I think we have over 20 or 30 seniors, which is crazy in this age of college football, so I think we're a real mature team. We know what we want to do, and we know what we want to be. I think it's cool being 6-0, but that's not our goal, and that's not what any of us are set out to do. We got way bigger goals, and so we got to take care of each game that's at us. So just doing that and being the mature team that we know we are.
Najee?
Question for you, Malachi. Obviously, Haynes King, he called you a great locker room guy. You obviously, you play really well out there. My question for you is your preparation, right? I know it goes a lot in order to have a performance like you did today. How do you prepare on a day-to-day and just get prepared for an opponent?
So I like to thank Coach McKenzie for that. He sends us the tackling sheets. He gives us all the tips we need to know. As long as we look at it, we go over it. That's like the answer to the test right there.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you, fellas.
Appreciate it.